And many of those campaign signs are overdue to be removed. Most people expect to see those political signs during an election, but afterwards it can bring blight. Here's why some candidates who want your vote find it difficult to keep up with the rules. You may not see their last name knee-deep in high grass, blocked off, or kissing the ground. But make no mistake, political candidates want you to know who they are and clearly what they want to be. From Route 837 in Duquesne to Penn Hills, we found political signs scattered all over. Some spots like this hard to even get to. Others, just a ride-along. Waiting for the bus here in Wilkinsburg. These candidates are too. The problem? The May election is over and has been for 6 weeks.
I hate things that are left over.
And political signs were supposed to be removed by now.
It's an eyesore, yes. You know, they should take them down.
They should be gone. I don't even know who those people are.
In my community, it is like having garbage. It's the same as if someone was having a garage sale and everyone left all of their garage sale signs up well after the event.
We even found an old Corbett sign from when he was running for governor last year. Some may say it's no big deal, just one sign, but others argue it can attract trash like this, soda cans, shoes, cigarettes, and illegal dumping.
Frankly, I hate it. A lot of people call them litter on a stick.
And some sticks get stuck, piling into environmental problems for you. Those signs often end up in Pennsylvania's wildlife and waterways, says Myrna Newman.
Because as they blow off or break up, then they become part of the litter on the side of the street, and then in the rivers and so forth.
Marty Marks represents these 3 candidates: Judge Hugh Fitzpatrick McGough, Judge Christine Donahue, and Michael Wojcik. You'll find them on November's ballot, but still, they're required to pick up campaign signs after May's primary.
There are big teams of people that are involved.
Mark says volunteers posted 1,500 signs in Allegheny County outside of yards, but he admits they don't know where. So
we actually have 2 people working for us that we pay 75 cents a sign to pick up those signs, and they're still on. It's an ongoing effort.
To be quite frank, we don't know where a lot of them went.
Jessica McCurdy represents candidate Jennifer Staley McCready. She says she was not aware of specific sign removal ordinances like the county's.
It's going to take us a solid 3 or 4 weeks to get them down. We're doing our best. Let us know and we'll...
But you have 10 days in the county.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You have 10 days in the county.
Okay. Like I said, we're doing our best and looks like we have more work to do.
The county says signs must be removed within 10 days after the election or within the time period allowed by the local ordinance. Trying to figure out the rules for removing political signs is not always easy. That's because it often depends on your municipality.
Oh yes, yeah, we have a list of municipalities and their rules and their dates.
For example, in Penn Hills, its ordinance says campaign signs must be removed within 12 days after the election. If you don't remove it after they notify you, it will store the sign for at least 3 months. The catch? Penn Hills charges $25 for each campaign sign it's removed. In Monroeville, political signs can't be placed on public property or within public rights-of-way. What's more, the cost of removal may be billed to the candidate, and non-payment can lead to a suit. Mayor Gregory Arasinko says they don't want their municipality littered up with signs, and it appears to be working. In his 8 years, he says they have not had to issue any fines.
I'm glad you called it to our attention.
Allegheny County's Democratic Committee chair says they've stressed to candidates proper cleanup, calling it a privilege to advertise.
I think it is abusive because I think when the election's over, the voters are completely done. They don't want to hear any more about the election until the next election.
After we spotted the signs you just saw, we reached out to each of the candidates for interviews. They either turned us down or did not respond. As for that Corbett sign, the county's Republican committee says they'll contact Penn Hills committee to remove it. So.
It's, you know, your head, like, shouldn't there just be one universal rule?
That would make some sense.
Oh,
and you know, sometimes it's on PennDOT.
Right, it's on state roads. What do you do about that?
Well, you know what? We asked PennDOT, and here's what they had to say about that. Sometimes, you know, these political signs, as you said, are there, and it will remove any sign within our right-of-way that creates a safety issue regarding political signs. The department will remove any signs post-election that we encounter during the course of routine operations, such as mowing or litter control.
All right.